So for me, like I said, I'll be starting in August, so that'll be ST4. And my next 3 years will be predominantly at Addenbrooke's in Cambridge, and then there'll be a few months here and there in other places. And at the moment, I'm interested in pretty much everything. So I think the oncology stuff is amazing. I also really like peds aspects, so I'll probably need to get a bit of exposure in other places as well. And the big vascular cases, when I got involved, even though sort of what I was doing may have been really small, but the teamwork is there, like you're having a part to play in the different procedures that go on. So I think for me, it's finding out if I do have a niche, or if I'm actually going to stay relatively general and sort of have my hands in all the different pies there are as part of IR. Surprisingly not, it wasn't something I initially went into radiology as ST1 thinking IR was exactly what I wanted to do. I was always open-minded, and I hadn't done that much sort of practical procedures during F1 and F2, and I came directly from F2 to radiology. So it wasn't until really I had my 3-month placement within IR, and that was as an ST2. And the first week, I was like, this is amazing, I want to do this. I was like, no, don't get too excited, just see how it goes. And then I got really involved, done some punctures, done some nephrostomy changes, they let me do some angioplasty, so everything was directly supervised, but I managed to get really hands-on. And I realised the variety that was there, which I just didn't know sort of what you were doing as an IR consultant or registrar day to day, so that was an amazing experience. And from there I managed to sort of get involved in other aspects, so I sort of met with the IR juniors team, I went to BSIR, I went to the oncology and the peds meeting last year as well. And from there I was like, definitely this is just amazing, best specialty. But I wasn't told about it at medical school, it wasn't something you had exposure to. So I didn't know at the time that's what I wanted to do. And sort of things went that way. So when I was applying to radiology, I went to the NERS symposium organised by IR juniors as well. And that's what I did in 2019. I was like, oh, this seems interesting. But then I didn't have that much exposure, so I didn't sort of follow through at the time. And then when I was in ST1, I did a project, and that project that I submitted to ESGAR at the time was looking at abdominal injuries, and a lot of those were angios that I was put into my posters. And I was like, lots of different things when you look back sort of pointed towards that direction. But it's amazing now that I'm really happy. A couple of weeks ago I had my interview, and now I'll be starting. So it's been a good journey so far, but I think most of the excitement's yet to come. I'd say definitely just do it. I think you can have that voice in the back of your head sometimes saying you might not be the right person, or it might not be right for you, but if you enjoy it, if it's what makes you happy, if it's what you're really, really passionate about, don't let sort of anyone stop you from doing what you want to do. We need everyone in IR who wants to be here.